Not that long ago I was in communication with someone via Facebook who claimed they were a channel for an entity calling itself the Goddess, which also told me it was a member of an alien species it called Sentry. These messages began to scare me somewhat, after the entity claimed it was reptilian and inferred that it was the serpent in the Garden of Eden, so I deleted them from my inbox and am going from memory. This being's exact words when I asked it about the snake that tricked Eve into tasting the forbidden fruit of knowledge were, "I'm glad you've heard of us." It continued. "You have seen the power of the triangles. You have seen our other symbols too. Pyramids, and Medusa. When you see them, this is us." Then after telling me some general things about my childhood to win my trust, it also told me, "You were chosen from the time you were born. You are one of 245,000 around the world chosen to be our messengers." My ego stroked. The entity then said it was looking forward to returning to Earth and called humans our children. It then elaborated, "You know from your research that mankind couldn't have evolved by accident on this planet." The implication being this being's race, the Sentry, had some role in steering mankind's evolution. The Sentry, if they existed that is, seemed to know things about my childhood, nothing very concrete, just general things. The being claimed that they had been sending me messages. Pyramids in particular seemed to fit because my childhood bedroom used to have an Egyptian theme. Almost starting to half believe this nonsense, I decided to throw the reptile goddess a curveball question to see if it was genuine or not. I asked it the first thing that came into my head, "What about the dinosaurs?" I had had a childhood fascination with prehistoric beasts and collected magazines which came with dinosaur models to build. I wanted to see if this alleged alien being knew anything about this. When the person acting as a messenger for the goddess suddenly lost the connection, I breathed a sigh of relief. I wrote a quick message back explaining why I asked the question, and got back to writing my next article. About half an hour or so passed and nothing, then suddenly I had a new message in my inbox. The connection had been re-established. "Your fascination with dinosaurs was just a childish obsession, it was not a message." Well, not so impressive as I just explained this after all. At this point I was pretty convinced this was just a hoaxer with a decent knowledge of conspiracy/UFO lore, who was just having some fun with a conspiracy theorist. But still, the answers to the questions I was asking were entertaining, and sometimes even a little fascinating. So I continued to play the game. Next, the goddess made the claim that certain conspiracy researchers were working for the Illuminati and could not be trusted. Perhaps what we disagreed the most on, however, was when it told me humans only do things for material gain, and that this was the only reason for the global conspiracy to create a world government. There is no transhumanist plan to live forever, or alien agenda to take over the planet. The Illuminati is run by ordinary humans for profit, nothing more, it tried to reassure me. Try to be rational. You must not spread false truths by sharing everything you learn, it said. Do not refuse the gift you have been given, it then insisted. According to this being, I was chosen to record the messages this person was getting to share them with the rest of mankind to prepare them for the return of the reptilians to Earth. It even started calling me the prophet. This was all getting too weird, even for someone who writes about UFOs and the paranormal. I questioned further about where these reptilians are returning from. I wanted to know if they were good or evil and thought this would help answer this for me. It came out that they had been trapped in some other dimension, which, although compatible with the writings of David Icke, didn't exactly match up with the earlier claim that they came from another planet. At this point it was beginning to get angry, and when I would not submit to its will, even began threatening me with what sounded like a curse. "I will rip you apart from the inside out slowly," or something nasty like that, it hissed back on its messenger's keyboard, and the connection was broken again. Not a very religious man, I still reached for the Bible I was given by the Gideons back in school that night. I don't know if this person who claimed they were getting these messages was just having some fun by winding me up, delusional, or really in contact with aliens or demons or something else. That said, I am pretty confident it was just a bizarre and at times scary hoax that I am recording here, just in case any of this information is useful to anybody out there. Be careful who you chat with on Facebook and other social media sites.